So here we have the Audi A6 Avant TDI S-Line Quattro semi-automatic. I'm going to show you around the outside of the car first of all, and then we'll hop in and run through a few controls on the inside. But as you'll see from the outside, it's got alloy wheels, that S-Line badging on the side, and tinted windows around the rear. The tailgate on this car opens electronically, so one push of the key and the boot will open. I'll show you inside the boot space first of all, and then we'll work our way around the rest of the car from there and out on the inside, going through some controls. But as you can see from the boot, plenty of space, along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat as well. Okay, so I'm just going to work my way back round to the front of the car now, and then I'll hop in and run through some controls. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see it's in fantastic condition and a really lovely looking car. Just briefly before I climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. As you can see, you get full leather seats, obviously front and rear. The driver and passenger seat are both fully electrically adjustable. The driver's seat also has 2 memory settings on top of that. Besides that, there's plenty of other bits to run through on this dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start off with the dials. We've got the rev counter on the left-hand side, speedometer on the right-hand side with the fuel gauge just next to that. And then in the centre we have the trip computer, which also displays the total miles on this car, which is 66,402. You can change information that's displayed up there using buttons on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. So there's various different menus. You can see me go along the top there, so satellite navigation, your main kind of car data, the music or entertainment menu, and your phone menu. When you find a menu you want to scan through, you then have buttons to then go through that particular menu, as you can see me doing there for the kind of trip computer menu. So really easy system to use. The buttons I'm using are these ones on the left hand side, so that will take you through the various menus. Then when you find one you want to go through, you can use this dial, rotates up and down to take you through the various menus. On the right hand side of the steering wheel, we've got stereo controls, so volume up and down. We've also got voice activation, so if you hit that button, ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, it will do that for you without you having to take your phone out of your bag or your pocket, which is really handy. Just behind the steering wheel, we've got these paddles. So there's a plus on the right hand side of the steering wheel and a minus on the left. That is so that you can change gears manually on this automatic gearbox should you wish to. And then underneath all of that is the cruise control just here. So with regards to the stereo screen, it folds out automatically when you start the car, but I wanted to show you that working, so I folded it away. There's a button just here, push that, the screen will come away. As I say, when you initially start the car up, that will happen automatically, but you can fold it away yourself by pushing that button. So really great, clear system, very easy to use. It's not touchscreen, it's actually easier than that. Everything that you do, so me moving through these menus for example right now, it's all done using the controls down here. So this essentially becomes your stereo, this whole section. So that dial will move you through various things. There's options up in the top left and right hand corners, bottom right and bottom left. They're accessed with these buttons just here, or you can directly go into various menus from these buttons. The volume for the stereo is just here, so up and down there, and you can skip tracks and what have you from there and save your preset radio stations on here. So for example, at the moment we are on the radio setting, so those 4 buttons that I said accessed each of the corners, you can do. So let's say we want to access waveband, I push the button up in the top right hand corner and it will access the available radio stations. So you can see this car's got DAB digital radio, FM, medium wave and long wave radio. On top of that, there's plenty of other ways to listen to the car. If I press the media button down on this stereo sort of interface, you'll see that it's trying to connect Bluetooth audio at the moment. So once you've connected up a phone, and not only can you make and receive phone calls, but you can stream music wirelessly using the Bluetooth audio, which is a really great system. You can also then, if I hit media again, you can connect up various other devices. If we select source, which is up in the top right, you can see that you've got an SD memory card slot, Bluetooth audio. This car's got a CD player, and also that AMI is a kind of Audi multimedia interface, which is in the central armrest, so you can connect up devices that way as well. On top of all of that, this car's got satellite navigation. Again, very easy to use. Just use the dial, so you can start route guidance should you wish to. You can input postcode input and various other things, so very easy system to use. And lastly, up on this screen, if I pop the car into reverse, we have a reversing camera, as you can see just there. Not only is it reversing camera, you've got front and rear sensors and the guidelines, so you can see where the car is headed in relation to the image that you see on the screen. Working our way down from there, we've got the CD player. So this stereo, obviously the CD player is one of the things I mentioned, as are the SD memory card slots. It's also got Bose sound system, so the speaker system is phenomenal on this car, very, very good. Beneath that, we can turn on or off the front parking sensors in isolation from that button just there. We can turn off the traction control, and we can turn off the stop and start. So that button will cut out the stop and start, so the car won't cut out in traffic should you wish to. Otherwise, you can leave that system on to save yourself some fuel. We've got dual zone climate control, so you can adjust the temperature independently on either side of the car. Hit that button to turn the air conditioning on, or hit auto to maintain those temperatures there. You then have the fully automatic gearbox. To the right hand side of that, you have an electronic handbrake, and to the left hand side you have the start button. So this car has got keyless start. The key just needs to be in the car. Hit that button to start it. You then have the stereo, which I mentioned previously, and all the way back in the central armrest you have a 12-volt charging socket and the Audi sort of multimedia interface that I mentioned previously as well. So lastly, I just wanted to talk about the panoramic glass roof on this car. You've got a sun blind, which you can open up electronically. So if you just want the visor open, the blind open, just to let in light, you can do. But when it's open all the way to the back, you have also got a tilt slide sunroof as well. So that front section will open up to not only give you the light, but also the air that you benefit from having with a sunroof on top of that. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call at Henlow Car Sales. We'd love to hear from you soon.